Let's brew, everybody. Let's
You
go.
already
Let's
know.
go.
You already know.
What's going on, car guys and car gals? It's Lou Ramirez, the car guy.
And it's Fred Lenard, subprime hero.
And we are Brewing Solutions live at NIADA Accelerate 2023 with the one, the only, Cody Dell. What's up? Welcome to the party, brother. So glad that you're here, man.
Appreciate you for being here.
Of course.
We're excited. This is the first stationary show that we've done since we've been at
For real?
NIADA this year. But we're excited,
Number
man. We're
one.
excited that you get to be the one, the only, right? We're going to have some fun today, man. Appreciate you for taking some time to come over here after breaking some bread with some people to come explain what you do and who you are.
Of course.
We're excited. What we're looking for is solutionaries, people who are doing something different, people who are changing the game and looking for solutions, not problems. And that's why we chose you to come on the show today, brother. So welcome.
Awesome. Thank you guys for having me.
And you were a little hard to spot out of the crowd, but we were able to pick you out. Caught you inside of lunch. So first of all, everybody considering even coming to Vegas, coming to an NIADA convention or any kind of convention whatsoever, you got to consider the food that's in the area, right?
Of course.
I mean, the food's always awesome here. You always got options in Vegas.
110%.
But I think they've actually been doing a good job of cooking for those that are here at the event, right?
Amazing.
I'm pretty impressed. But when you come to Vegas, you expect some good food. So that's awesome. How many of these conventions have you actually been to?
This is my third.
Okay, so
The
you're
first
a veteran.
NIADA. I've been to a couple buy here, pay here summits, but this is our first NIADA.
So you're a first timer.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got a first timer
First-timer
here.
right
First
here.
timer,
Let's
first
go.
convention. That's right. Congrats.
Excited to have you here, man. The buy here, pay here summits are phenomenal.
Yes,
It's
that was
great
awesome.
information.
Did you go to the one in Austin?
No.
No, you didn't? We were out there in Austin. That was pretty cool.
But they host those every year, and they do a couple a year at least, right? And what I love about it is that it's a great opportunity to be able to get together with buy here, pay here dealers. Because this group of people, there's a lot of buy here, pay here, but there's a lot of retail. There's a lot of people who use conventional lending here also. But being able to isolate to the buy here, pay here, so you can focus and actually show them things that are just for that is really nice. Because then you don't have to worry about, I'm not hitting everybody. You're doing buy here, pay here. So it's good that you're here, brother. I appreciate you. So tell everybody, what brought you to this event? What made you say, I got to come to this person idea?
Just the constant hunger for growth and wanting to do something new and different, revolutionary. Every one of these that we've been to, we take back one or two things that make a concrete change in our dealership, and it's just been beneficial, super beneficial.
Well, that's
Absolutely.
exactly what anybody that comes to an event should actually come for, is something that's really going to bring a solution to their store. Now, you had the opportunity to jump inside of our session. Hopefully that put something inside of your cup for you to make sure you brought to the store.
Absolutely.
What did you like about what we were discussing inside of the Language Matters Mastermind?
So, and the best part is the great news meeting was my favorite piece. Really, and once you calculate sleep, we spend more time with our coworkers than we do our own family.
That's right.
Facts.
Yes.
So factual. Right?
Yeah, so you forget that there's a human behind your salesperson. You forget that there's someone that has maybe a struggle or someone that has something great going on, and you don't take the time every day to ask. And it's really important to be reminded, again, that we're all humans and we all have that piece. That's not a salesperson. That's Tom.
Right. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
And what happens when you do that, it translates to the customer. No longer are they a bone. No longer are they a rope. Now they're people, they're friends, they're family in our dealership that we need to help.
Yep.
And when you have that language continual, it doesn't stop. When you break it up, and even with your own staff, even with yourself, it can really actually be bad. So it's really important that we work on that. Listen, I'm not perfect. Even I can slip up sometimes and things aren't always there, but I always intentionally look for ways to make that happen. And when I do that, I know that my staff is going to be more excited about being at work, and they're going to be more excited about going home to their family too. So true. It's a beautiful thing.
So true. Now, understanding that, one, not everybody gets to come to these. So you have your dealership, you have your leadership that ends up coming out here to collect all this stuff. What is a way that you generally, because this isn't your first time coming to an event, but what do you generally do to make sure that what you get inspired for, what gets you pumped up when you come out to these events, how do you trickle that into your stores once you get back?
Well, it's not always overnight, obviously. It's
Right,
a slow
of course.
growth, but the main thing is just consistency. And again, finding what drives people. Again, just a great reminder with a great news meeting. I hate to touch on that again, but
It's great news. You can
do.
give great news all you want. Say it all you want. Let's
Yeah,
go.
so-
Brought to you
but-
by CertifiedSolutionaries.com.
but no, I just ask me your question again. I'm sorry.
So inside of implementation, so when you
Right,
get back to the
right.
store and you have all this inspiration
Yeah.
from an event, I mean, you're around car guys and car gals from all around the nation, people of your
Correct.
cloth, right?
Yep.
How do you come home and then deposit that to the people that don't get to have the inspiration? Not everybody gets to hear Sugar Ray Leonard speak. You know
Right,
what I mean?
yeah.
Inspire you about
Yeah.
your business.
Right,
You know what I mean?
correct. So I try to get them as pumped up as me, and it's great that NIDA has all of the materials on the app,
Yes.
so you can go back and reference it. And what I did at the last few times I've been to things like this, I'll go back and have maybe an extended morning meeting, show them some of the stuff, share some of the information, and then they kind of get as excited as I do, and they get reminded of the things that maybe we forgot in our everyday stresses at work. And
Yes.
That's
Yes.
awesome. Well, that's awesome. Well, folks, if you are working over at the dealership that my man Cody's at, you need to just watch the show, see what it is that he's excited about, but check out all of that stuff. Because realistically, as sales pros, as the professionals that we are in the car business, we only use a small fraction of what we actually have access to.
Yeah.
Whether it's our actual ability as professionals and salespeople, or it's the technology that's right there in front of us. We don't take 100% advantage of that.
Yep.
And that is something that's awesome. Car dealers, take those notes, show them, make sure that you're clear about it. Have an extended meeting. Man, if there's
Absolutely.
anything that I do know, it's car guys hate long meetings. I know that. I get it. We're a little long-winded. We all know that. We've had some, as a matter of fact, we were just at a dealership the other day. We had every kind of emotion from laughter to crying in between a meeting with the sales staff that really fused them together different. And then it was still like, man, that was a long meeting, Lou. That was a long meeting, Fred. You know what I mean?
Right.
But inside of that, how is it that you want to actually be addressed when you come out to these events and all these vendors are clamoring to get your attention? What is it that usually draws you in person?
Well, first there's the need. You come here with some ideas of things that you'd like to take away, and the beautiful part about that is most of the time that's not what you end up finding.
That's right.
You end up
Come on,
finding
right.
something else that just strikes you in a way. Like I said, we came here, we had a few ideas of what we wanted, and then in your guys' session, just talking about the reconnecting and the positive talk and all of that, it's like that's the piece that I'm going to take away that I didn't know that I was going to take away.
Oh man, that's,
You know what
that's
I
awesome.
mean?
That's
Surprise.
good.
Yeah.
And what I love is that you seem excited about that, right? And that's what it is. Like we come here, we have a game plan, but every once in a while you get surprised and you find just a little nugget, a little gem that you can take back and share with
Absolutely.
everybody, man.
Absolutely.
And that's a precious gem to be able to do so, and to be able to come back with that energy about it. That's like, hey, look, I know we look for this, but look what I found for y'all. And then, man, what an impact it can make. And I know that by you doing that, you're going to do that tenfold over every time you get a chance to do this. So now that you've been to one of these NIADA conventions here in Las Vegas, you coming back next year?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's right. And I know that they love hearing that, and your staff should love hearing that, because I guarantee these next couple weeks at the dealership are going to be very impactful. You're going to feel really good. You're going to be implementing new ways of conversation, new ways of this, but you're going to be most importantly helping them get better, right?
Absolutely.
And then in turn you get better. That's the beautiful part about it all.
110.
Yeah, we believe in the full philosophy of if you really want to build a good organization, you build your people. And,
Yep.
and if you're investing inside of your people, although it is the most risking of your investment into people, because not everybody, we're not going to retire with everybody. We know
That's
that.
right.
People are going to take some of our best stuff that we pour into them, and they're going to take it and they're going to be successful elsewhere and then elsewhere and then elsewhere, right? But inside of that, it's still the best investment is inside of your people and inside of yourself. And that's what you're doing, right?
Yep.
The best bet to make is on you.
100%.
And if you're out here paying to come, paying to participate, thank God the food's good, because that would suck, right? But getting all that you're getting, but investing inside of yourself so that you can take your business forward, that's how you build it up. You need to get on this mic after this. Come on, Jerry. So with that, but hang tight. With that, though, we want to make sure that we do encourage other dealers out there. So for the dealers that have not come to a convention like this, what would you say to them on the value of the investment that an event like this is?
So, and it's kind of like I said, you always find something you're not looking for. It doesn't matter how perfect you think your organization is, how tight you think your practices are. You will take something from this that you can go back and change something.
Yes.
Especially
Absolutely.
if you come looking for it, right?
Yeah, and again, it'll sneak up on you. You know, what you end up taking back will sneak up on you.
That's intentionality, but it's literally trying to find room for improvement. So Lou and I believe that there's the biggest room in the world is the room for improvement. As a matter of fact, we don't believe, we know it is. And we all fit inside that room. There's not a person in this room, in this building, I don't care how great their store is or how great their business is, they still have room for improvement. And we all fit in there. And that's what's so beautiful about it. As long as we understand that, it's okay. Nothing is perfect. And if you understand that you're not perfect, then don't put that pressure on yourself. Just be better than you were yesterday. If you could do that, you're going to crush the game. And that's what things like this do. And I absolutely love that. And I love seeing people who are pushing themselves to go that far. So great job, man. I love that you're here doing that. I got to get a
couple
selfie.
selfies.
All right.
One over here. And
Love
inside of that, so if people wanted to get a hold of you, find out a little bit more about this event, or just find out, hey, man, close me on coming to NIADA. I'm sure you're ready for that, T.O. How do people get a hold of you? And if they want a nicer, newer ride, how do they get a hold of you?
So drivenowmidwest.com is the website. My email is cdell@drivenowmidwest.com. And again, you know, if anybody has questions about how great these are, please feel free to email me questions about cars, whatever it may be.
Awesome.
Heck yeah.
As simple as that.
One other thing that we did together is we learned how to take away the F-bombs that we conventionally look at in this business.
The
right?
ones that offend the moms.
That's right. Come on. Yes. Heck yeah. That's what I'm talking about. And that's what we do, folks. We make sure to change the language. Instead of dropping the F-bombs that offend the moms, we say to forgive, focus, fly so that you can keep growing. So we're going to do this real quick, and we're going to wrap this up. We did 12 minutes of hotness. I love it. Let's rock and roll. So hands on the shoulders. Count them off on 3. 1, 2, 3. Forgive, focus,
fly, and keep growing. Keep growing.
There we go.
Right,
That's
man.
how you
Appreciate
do
you.
that. Great job. Awesome.
Folks, we're not going to get off this live. We're going to keep
That's
it running,
right.
but I'm going to run a couple commercials. We got a new guest coming up on the stage right now. But man, brother, seriously, great
Awesome,
stuff.
awesome.
And keep doing what you're doing. You're going to bring some major stuff, and you're going to help a lot of people, not just the customers, but the people at your store, which is really important, man, and your communities. Let's go. Thank you
Car
all so
guys,
much.
car gals. I'm Lou Ramirez, the car guy.
And I'm Fred Leonard, subprime hero.
And you've been Brewing Solutions on the Car Guy Coffee Podcast live at NIADA Accelerate 2023 with the one,
The only
Cody Dell. That's
Let's
right,
go.
everybody. We'll see you later. Keep Brewing Solutions. We'll be right back with a little more solutions
That's right.
for you. Let's brew.
the only
Jerry Hedrick.
Let's go.
Welcome to the party, brother. We finally got him.
We
on
got
the
him
show.
on the show.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe this.
Man, we've known you for a few years now, and man, you've been nothing but a gentleman. You're a family man. You're a business owner, but you're a great representation of a good independent dealer out there just trying to be better and be friendly and sharing ideas with so many. So we're honored to have you on the show.
Thank you. Glad to be here, brother. Love
And you
guys.
got your family out here too.
I got
right?
one of my 3 sons and my beautiful wife. Yep.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So you are definitely a veteran. I mean, you're not new to this. You're true to this, brother. You've been to these plenty of times. So what is it about NIADA Accelerate 2023 that's standing out to you this year?
Well, just the education classes, and NIADA has been through a lot the last couple of years, and the rebuilding that we're going through right now is pretty refreshing.
Refreshing. I love that. Like a fresh cup of coffee.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
You can't always brew it the same way, folks.
That's right.
And the same cup of coffee that you have today isn't going to be the one that sustains you going forward. So you have to innovate, right? You have to rebuild. You have to switch and change things up. So this particular convention, there's a lot of buzz in the air about so many different things. One is the wonderful AI, right? Everybody's talking AI. What is it that has made its way to your doorstep or tickled your ears a little bit about the potential inside of the artificial intelligence advancements we're making?
And you are asking the most least tech savvy guy out there. So I am probably not the one to answer any AI question.
And there's no wrong with that. You know, it's the thing about AI is that it definitely can help. But if it's not your cup of tea, doesn't mean you have to use it either.
Right.
It's just a way to be able to complement what we currently do. It's a way to get your hands free a little bit, but it's kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'm gonna tell you, like, I've learned some stuff about AI recently, and when I saw this stuff about AI, I kind of was like, seriously? Like, so first instinct is like, it's gonna take away jobs, but you know what? Here's the deal. It's not. It's gonna enhance jobs. It's gonna make us better at our jobs. It's gonna make us step up so that we don't look silly by a computer. It really will, and I think it's gonna be a beautiful thing. It has to be a good marriage between the two, and you have to be willing to look at it. Now, in automotive, and I'm telling you, in independent world, I don't think it's predominant yet. I think that we're still years away from that being a big predominant thing, unless you're selling like 200-300 cars at a you're basically a franchise store if you're doing that, right? So it's like, so when you're doing something like that, maybe the speed of the process, the delivery, being able to communicate, being able to do all that, that makes a difference. But, you know, AI is also great for helping you as a gentleman like you. What I found by using a tool like ChatGPT is that if I'm looking to write something, I can type it in there and it gives me ideas. Like, hey, give me an outline of if I want to write something about this. It'll break down outlines, help you be able to picture where you want things and stuff. So it's a cool tool. It's like giving yourself a little bit stronger brain. If you're not good at composing things, you can use it to help you compose. If you're not good at planning, you can use it to help you plan. It's wild. I'm gonna tell you, it's kind of like literally spooky to me, but
it scares an old dinosaur like me.
And with that, so let's talk on that for a little bit, Jerry, because you're a dealer that wants to continue seeing things move forward. Yes. You want to make sure that you're putting a succession plan into place where people understand they can keep growing in your organization and things are going to carry on without your hand having to be on all of it. That's the key piece about any technology, is it's supposed to make our life easier, right? We don't have to understand how all of it works. I don't know how this microphone works, but we utilize it to the best of our ability. So out of all of the education that you have been getting at this particular event, you said that I was kind of standing out, some more of those pieces. What is it that you're picking up that may not necessarily be on the hottest, newest technology piece, but the parts that you're getting educated on that are going to help you inside of this new climate that we're in inside of the industry?
Well, of course, the red flags rule and then a lot of the CFPB rulings.
Right, it's protection.
Or a lot of things we've been trying to focus on and just trying to learn how to protect ourselves going forward.
Right. That's awesome, which is key. You all do need to do that. Main reason being, folks, you work hard for it. Don't do the things that are going to make it all be taken away from you just because you didn't know. Educate yourself. Find out about it. That is so important. Inside of that, the food's been good this year.
Awesome.
Right.
It's been the buffet up tonight.
yeah, you know, it has been, you know, and you know, when you said something earlier, you talked about it's refreshing, right? I agree. I can tell you, I was at last year's event. It was a good event, but this year's was something refreshing about it. I think the energy, I think it's from obviously the NIAD staff. I think it's down to the state staff even. You see a lot of the state members in here, you know, rocking. Like I see a lot of your state CIADA, which are some big news coming. So be at CIADA this year, folks. There's some great news happening. Some great things are happening. Some stuff that we'll talk about later. But you know, I'm proud of this man. But well deserved. But that being said, you know, we'll talk about that some more. But go check that out. But that's what's refreshing is that everyone's here feeling that way. You're feeling like there's something new going on. There's a new vibe. I mean, even the way that this is laid out in here is a good vibe. I love it. And then, of course, having Sugar Ray Leonard this year, what a great keynote that was. That's one of my favorite ones I've seen. And man, what a great. Not only was his talk and what he brought out and all the videos he even showed and explaining what was going on in his mind, wasn't that so impactful? But it was the way that he acted when he was in here, shaking hands, taking pictures. He's such a gentleman. You know, it just made everything fit just right with him. So what a great call by NIADA by having him come here. Good job, NIADA.
Good job. Good choice. Great choice. Yes. And inside of that, again, a lot of great speakers, a lot of great products out here. Now, you are somebody that has been to so many of these. You've been to so many, and I still can't believe this is the first time we really got you on the mic. But what is it that stands out to you when you have all of these vendors? I mean, you have a big menagerie of vendors everywhere, all clamoring for your attention. What sticks out to you? What helps you be able to kind of zero in on their stuff? Is it the swag? Is it the person that's grabbing you out of the hallway? Is it their gigantic display or the little tiny display? What is it that stands out to you?
Well, it'll be specific. Each dealer has their own specific needs. I mean, some people might have software issues, and some people might need legal advice.
Yes, you're right.
You know, GPSs. The vendors here are just great guys, and they're here to better our industry. And it's just one big place to showcase it, along with the other state IADAs that do a good job doing the same thing. And
they do, you know.
Vendor relations have been huge for not only national, but all the state independents as well. So
I agree with that so much.
It's a good marriage, and I hope that can continue to grow.
Continue to grow. Yes, I believe they are going to continue to grow. There's something else that we did last night, which was pretty stinking awesome. Okay, we had the opportunity to be able to see Rhett Walker, right? Be able to have some fun he did a little bit of a concert just for us car guys and car gals.
Fellowship of Christian Auto Dealers. Are you kidding me? That's amazing.
So tell us a little bit about that, because you've definitely been part of that way longer than us. And that's something that we're trying to become more in fellowship with, is more believers inside of this business.
Yeah, it is unbelievable the amount of believers that are the car dealers. Tim Bird is very instrumental in helping get that done with Gordy and the new incoming president of NIADA, and a lot of guys have really come together. And I don't know that it's technically a quote NIADA event, but to the fact that he's here on behalf of all us dealers, I'm just proud. It's a proud moment for us. And the ones who did not make it, you missed a good show. And I hope things like that will continue, because I think our faith among dealers is strong, and it should be ashamed to show it.
Right.
Absolutely.
Stop being afraid.
And not even show it, but share it. You know, we were told for so long, don't talk about politics, don't talk about religion, don't do this and do that. But, you know, we need that. We actually need to talk about religion more. We need to talk about Jesus in our workplaces more. We need to talk with our customers about that they are loved, that they are at the right place, that things happen for a reason, that God puts us in places because we're here to help them. Yes. You know, a lot of times they get jaded because in automotive we try to stay away from it so much. It feels like that we maybe we're not the right decision. But at the end of the day, if we are more open about love, which is God, right? If we are more open about love with the capital L, then I tell you, customers are going to feel more love. They're going to feel the power. They're going to feel that energy. And you know what's going to happen is that they're going to feel at ease.
They feel welcome.
Oh, amen to that.
Yes.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
So share that, folks. Don't be scared. You know, if it offends somebody, man, I don't think it really offends them. I think it scares them. You know, sometimes it does, and that's okay. We all need to be scared sometimes. But at the end of the day, just keep loving on them, and eventually that fear disappears. Because love cures all fear.
Yeah, and everybody loves these guys.
And we love you too.
Because everybody loves
Who doesn't love Jerry, though? I'm just saying.
Everybody
loves Jerry.
Everybody loves Jerry. Well, Jerry, again, we honor you. We appreciate you. We're so thankful for the opportunity just to be friends, just to be able to
most importantly,
be able to rub shoulders with you. Sometimes we break bread together. Those are moments that we cherish. We honor those. But we honor that you embody the essence of what an independent dealer is, especially when you're out here wholeheartedly, not just for the business aspect, but for the people that are trusting you in your business, the family that's at the store, and the family that's right here in tow with you having fun. You display what it looks like to be a leader inside of the home, inside of the dealership, and then inside of the community. And no wonder why you're so respected amongst all these other colleagues that we get to rub shoulders
I
with.
appreciate
Everybody loves Jerry.
I appreciate
We love
it,
you,
brother.
brother. We honor you. We
love you,
appreciate
brother.
you. And you know what we got to do before we wrap this up, Jerry.
I know.
You know what
I
we
know.
got to do.
I know.
We got to forget Focus Fly so we can
do.
keep growing, everybody. So on 3, Fred, count them off.
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Forgive, focus,
fly, and keep growing, keep growing.
That's right,
Woo!
Solutionaries. I am Lou Ramirez, the car guy.
And I'm Fred Leonard, subprime hero.
And we've been brewing solutions on the Car Guy Coffee Podcast live at NIADA Accelerate 2023. And there's more brew coming to you with the one,
the only
Jerry Patrick. That's right, everybody. We'll see you soon. Keep brewing. We live.
Peace.
Ha, ha. See you in a few.